My own studio has been designed for months to the same standards that I design all of our studios to with all of our clients, and I still haven't broken ground. The reason is something that I hold all my clients accountable to and also myself. It's a standard that cannot be broken. Let's dive in. So here's the plan set. This is my studio. Typical of what we do, we have our general specification sheet. We've got our floor plan. You can see the genie clips on the ceiling and the reinforcements for the acoustic panels. You can see the overall layout here. We've got our building sections. We've got our wall details showing where all the genie clips and the furring channel go on each wall. So it's really easy for the builder. We've got locations for the baffle boxes and ventilation. We've got eave details. We've got wall sections, door details, electrical notes and specifications so that there's no question about what the electrician needs to know. We've got the full lighting and outlet schedule, receptacles, everything like that, audio only receptacles. We've got mechanical notes and performance specifications, the baffle boxes, the dehumidifier, the ERV. It's all labeled in here. I've even got how to build the baffle boxes like a typical plan set. So we treated my project just like I was a client. We've got the acoustic details here, and that is the full 22-page plan set. So let's get down to the reality. This studio, the way I've designed it, held to the standard that we have at SPYS Designs, costs $75,000. I'm going to show you now the exact budget and how we came across that, because a lot of people might look at that space, we're not talking really big, around 250 square feet or a little bit under, and you might floor drop to the ground, right? Like, how could that cost so much money? And I also was a little surprised, but not super surprised, just the way that the industry has gone, as well as the doubling of me creating better and better systems, not doing shortcuts, not cutting corners, not settling for mediocre, and wanting to hold the best, highest standards at SPYS Designs, and therefore for my own studio as well. And all of that just means that we're building at a much higher level than your typical residential room, and that's just the way it's going to be. So here is the current budget. We've gone through a couple iterations of this, and I guarantee you there will be probably another iteration, because the longer this design sits, the more I think of new ways to make it even better. But currently what you can see here is the contractor work right here. That comes out to a total of $47,760. You might be saying, wow, Wilson, that's so much cheaper than the $75. What are you talking about? But then if you go down here, this is the stuff that I need to buy. We got a very expensive door, expensive ERV, expensive dehumidifier, genie clips, acoustic panels I need to buy on top of the ones I already own, lighting, sconces, specialty electrical, low voltage, all the little things that are not something that my builder could buy at Home Depot or Lowe's is essentially what I'm adding on here, and that's $14,000. So combined, before contingency, you get $61,000. Again, you might be thinking, oh, wow, that's only $60,000, but you always have to add in a contingency. I think 15% is smart here. That adds 9,000, or let's just round it up to 10. Why don't we? Things that we can't account for that always happen in a build. And that brings us to 71,000. You might also be saying, Wilson, you said 75,000. One thing you'll notice, and this is the true lesson of what I've learned in construction over the years, is you always round up. You never round down. So we're taking that 71,000 and we're rounding up to 75,000. That way, when it ends up costing around $75,000, you say, wow, awesome. Or if it comes in at $69,000, you say, oh my gosh, we're under budget. That never happens in construction. And it's usually because it's just our nature to try to eke out every little penny in a budget to make ourselves feel better, when you should be doing the opposite. You should be saying, let's be more conservative, let's add more cost to the budget, and then when it comes in under, awesome, we had enough money, we have savings left over. That's a win-win for everybody. There it is. I'm not going to go super into the details here, because I think it's just important for a lot of you to just see how things break down. These are real world Nashville contractor fees. You can put this in AI, you can scrutinize it, you can tell me your uncle could do it for cheaper, which I'm sure he could, but that's not the standard we hold here. I work with really great builders, really great tradespeople, and that means that the cost is what you're paying for. You want skilled people on these projects. A mistake means that the whole investment was thrown down the drain. So keep that in mind. That's something I hold dear to my heart here because it's something I've seen go wrong on projects where a builder just doesn't know what they're doing, isn't taking their time, isn't a very good builder to begin with, and the mistakes just kind of cascade and you saved money when you should have actually spent more on the investment. So why did I pause? And I'm going to be vulnerable here because this is getting into my personal life, and I've shared a lot with you guys on the channel, and I figured it was time to share this as well, which is that I'm human. We all are in a financial place where spending $70,000 or $75,000 on a studio that, let's be honest, for a lot of people, including myself right now, it's kind of a nice to have. It's not like, oh, my whole life depends on it. And that's just the nature of the world I'm in. Let's be honest. Like, we're building hi-fi listening rooms, we're building home theaters, we're building home recording studios. I'll be really honest with you guys. Most of our clients are retiring, or they sold a business, or this has been a dream of theirs their whole life. We're not really working with people that are like, oh yeah, I make records in my basement and this is my livelihood, and therefore I'm also going to invest $70,000 into a room. That the math just doesn't usually work out around that, right? And that's fair. I was in the music industry too. I understand. But the reality is that I'm in that exact same position where I'm like, right now, this is a season of pause, of contemplation, of working through the plans, kind of feeling it out and doing the responsible thing rather than diving headfirst into a really big project and not being exactly right there on the budget side. And I think many of you can relate to that. And I wanted to just be honest because there is no shame in pausing a project, giving it a little time to breathe, getting the numbers dialed in, getting all the logistics dialed in. This is not something you want to rush into. More and more I've done this. I have a project right now where we're kind of just getting a little bit, we're fine tuning the details on a plan set, and it's supposed to go to permits, and rightly so. The client's like, oh, I really want to go to permits. But then at the same time, he told me, I'm really glad that you guys are thinking through all these details. And that's exactly what slowing down, taking a breath, taking a pause can do on this type of construction. This is not bang it out, run it through just a typical construction template. This is not like row houses. This is not prefab construction. This is highly custom, scientific. We're dealing with so much nuance and detail that it just takes a little bit of time, and that's fine. That's just the nature of what we're doing. So with all that said, I'm holding myself to that same exact standard. I'm not going to rush this. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I feel stressed about everything as I'm trying to build this. I want to be comfortable. I want to be relaxed. I want to be in the zone, and I want to be focused on getting this project done right. And so I know that pausing it is the right move. So what does this mean for you? Hopefully you've kind of heard a little bit of yourself. If this video is speaking to you, then take that as something real. I'm being super vulnerable here, being honest. I build these studios all over the country, but for you specifically, if you're not ready, that is totally fine, and that is the right place to be. But it also means that you can kind of get the planning phase going like I did. You can learn a lot through the planning phase. You can get the construction numbers back. I think a lot of people will cancel a project before they even start, and I don't necessarily think that that's the right move. Even I'm biased for wanting people to hire us for our plans, but I also think that plans are how you start to actually get a project to become real. It gets out of your head, it gets on paper. So that's what I would say to people is like, learn as much as you can, invest the little bit up front that gets you the plan, that gets you the ideas, or just keep on relaxing into it. But at some point, you're going to be ready to do this thing. And if you take the time to get it done right and focus on it, it'll just be an execution job where you're just executing the plan, the vision, and it just all comes together perfectly. And that's what you want to have happen. So if you guys are watching this right now and thinking, okay, how much is my studio going to cost? What is my budget? I don't want to necessarily have to, hire someone to do a whole bunch of plans just to get the number. Well, I've got something for you. It's my budget calculator, updated 2026 version for all of you out there who are on this journey of trying to figure out how much these things cost. And this will give you a really good idea, especially if you end up working with us, of like how our plans cost. Like if you're going to do it right, if you're going to have the ERV, if you're going to make sure you have the right, mini split and all those things, this is how much it's going to cost. If your electrical is dialed in, this is the price. So if that's something that you want, you can just sign up right away and you'll get access to that calculator immediately. Just go to soundproofyourstudio.com/calculator. That's soundproofyourstudio.com/calculator. And like I said, you just put your email in and then I don't hold it back. There's no like check in the email. Immediately you get that calculator because I want you to succeed. That's what it's all about. And then if down the road you want to get some plans eventually, I'm always here for that as well. But for right now, figuring out that budget, that is what I'm here to help you with. All right, everybody, my name is Wilson Harwood, and I am the founder of SPYS Designs and Soundproof Your Studio. We design sound isolated rooms all over North America and Canada.